Peace and blessings. This is Lisa Goodson of the Blackberry Beauty Transformative Academy, Ancient African Wisdom for the Modern Sister. Peace and blessings, my beautiful, wonderful, wild women who run with the womb. So yes, this is our last Monday inspirational upload for this group, and so yes, I'm gonna make it a goodie, and I want to talk about some things that have happened to me since we started this wonderful series called Putting Your Money Where Your Mouth Is. I hope you all are doing well. I hope you are having the most amazing putting your money where your mouth is. Actually, I see from the group page that you are transforming, and so I think it would be only right to talk about, first of all, the name changes that I've been going through, and my intro was a little different if you noticed it, so I'm not gonna act like it's changed. I'm gonna tell you why it's changed. So first, I want everybody to know that my Facebook page, which is Nubia Sutton, is going to be changed to Lisa Goodson, and I'm going to privatize it. It's only going to be for friends and family. I'm not using that page for the public anymore. I have a new page. It's called the Blackberry Beauty Academy. It's on Facebook, the Blackberry Beauty Academy, and I would love for you all to go over there, like the page, and stay on it. And there's going to be the videos I upload, information, things I put nowhere else. They're going to be there. That's going to be my main page, but I'm going to keep up the Nubia Sutton, which is still going to change to Lisa Goodson, and that's ASAP. That will stay up until October 1st. October 1st, no one will be able to go on the page. I'm going to make sure go to privacy and put it on private. And so I want everybody to go to the Blackberry Beauty Academy page. And I just love that page. It's got new energy, new life, just like me. New energy, new life, just like me. So I really want you all to go to that page. The other thing that I'm doing actually too is, if you notice that my YouTube page has changed as well. It is also called the Blackberry Beauty Academy. I'm a new person, a new attitude. This is what putting your money where your mouth is has been for me. Let's talk about this name, Lisa Goodson. So for many of you that don't know or don't remember, my original name that my mama gave me was Lisa Marie. Lisa Marie. And my mother's last name, her married last name, is Sutton. Her married last name is Sutton. So my name is Lisa Marie. It was named Lisa Marie Sutton. And Sutton actually was her married name, but her husband was not my father. This sounds complicated. I'm not gonna make it too complicated, but her husband is not my father. So therefore, Sutton, I never really had a connection to that name. And all the years that I used it, it never felt right for me. It never felt authentic. And you know what? Make sure I got this on. Yes, I do. Okay, it never felt authentic. And so when I got married, I was able to change my name to Goodson. I mean, check out the vibrational frequency of good, a good person, a good son, a good send, a God send. I mean, I can think of it in so many ways, and I love the energy of that name. But I also thought about it. I thought about the name Nubia I. Nubia I was the name that I took on when I became a Rasta woman. When I got with my daughter's father, and I wanted to have this name that reflected the culture. And at that time, Rasta was feeding me, but Rasta no longer feeds me. That belief system, that religion, as a matter of fact, it hasn't been feeding me for so long. But like many of you, I was kind of stuck. I didn't know what else would feed me. I thought it was wrong to go back to my regular name. And what I realized is where I'm going, the success that I'm bringing into my life by putting my money where my mouth is, by getting my fan page or my business page on Facebook, by changing my YouTube name, by changing my name and my idea of the academy that I have, Lisa needs to reap those rewards. It was Lisa that was brave enough to leave Brooklyn, New York, where she lived all of her life, and moved to Las Vegas. It was Lisa who was brave enough to go to Las Vegas, back to Brooklyn, and 4 months later moved to California and stayed there. It was Lisa who found Queen of Food and became a vegetarian. It was even Lisa who found Rasta and adopted the Nubia I name and had the most beautiful baby that I could have ever had. It was Lisa Marie. And I've missed her. I miss that softness of the name, that gentleness, but I also miss that connection to my mother. I want to honor the memory of my mother. I want to honor my mother's life. And I feel that name is going to bring me so much good. Lisa Goodson. So I will be saying that from now on. I also said the Blackberry Beauty, no longer the Holistic Academy. That was a name that I used because it was popular in the 90s to talk about I'm into the holistic life. It's all holistic. But to me, holistic means the coming together of the body, the mind, and the spirit. But we don't have to have it come together. It's already together. It's already one. And what I realized for me is it means that I'm spiritual, but we already know I'm spiritual. No matter what I teach, it will always be from a spiritual perspective because I cannot teach from where I am not. I'm spiritual is nothing you need to wear on your sleeve. It is who you are. And so I realized that what I'm doing more is helping people to transform their lives from one place to another, from one belief system to another, from one mental state to another, from one physical state to another. You know, so I realized that for me, it's about transformation. I want you to leave this place and say, wow, I've changed after being in Nubia's intensives. I changed after being in the group Wild Woman Who Run with the Womb. I'm no longer the same. My life is better than it ever has been before. I've changed. That's what I want you to say. And that's what I want you to feel. And that's what I want you to believe. And so I need to start to change in order for you to see that you can actually have it too. I am willing to not just put my money where my mouth is, but to give up something that I carry for 20 years and be okay with the fact that it doesn't serve me anymore. So what are you holding on to for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years that is no longer serving you, but you are still trying to make it fit? You're still trying to make it fit when it's too small, when it's too tight, when it's awkward, when it's uncomfortable. It's not you, and when it's not going to take you to where you really want to go. So I decided that I'm just going to let that go and embrace Lisa Marie and Goodson and just be happy with it. So I'm a transformative or transformation coach. I'm a transformation mentor. That's what I consider myself. And then I say ancient African. I used to say healing for the modern sister. No, it's wisdom. Not my wisdom, the wisdom from the ancients. The wisdom from those North Carolina grandmothers that sat on the porch. The wisdom from my Cameroonian descendants that worked in the field, that worked on the earth, that cooked in the kitchen, that cleaned the house, that made the dinners, that birthed the babies, that healed the sick. I'm using their wisdom. I'm using the wisdom of our people to bring forth healing. But I'm not healing you. I can't heal you. You heal yourself. We have to, what I want to do, and I'm hoping that will happen in this series, Put Your Money Where Your Mouth is that you learn that in order for us to be spiritual, we have to be practical if we want to reach our goals, if we want to truly transform. People think that transformation comes from just discovering that you are a spiritual being. We came a spiritual being. We already were spiritual beings. What we learn to do is transform this reality, this world, this system, and to return ourselves to our rightful place where we have to do the practical work. So we have to be wise. We have to use the wisdom. We have to study. We have to be disciplined. We have to be scholarly. And so that's where I'm going. And so I just wanted to share that with you, that I hope you go with me as well. So I want to tell you a story, and I think it's going to wrap up this this series very well, Putting Your Money Where Your Mouth is, at least for the Monday Inspirational Upload. If you all remember, June of last year, I was robbed by gunpoint in this terrible house, in front of this terrible house that I lived in this terrible neighborhood. That Spirit kept telling me, leave, leave. And I kept saying, but Spirit, the rent is cheap enough, I can afford it. Spirit, what if I can't afford something better? Spirit, what if I can't find something better? I kept denying, even though I was on a 60-day liquid fast, even though all my channels and antennas was open, if I don't take the steps, see, I did the spiritual work, I fasted for 60 days, but I wasn't willing to do the practical work, was getting up and now leaving. Spirit talked, but I didn't listen. So do you see how having the spiritual without having the practical is actually just almost like walking, only having one leg and not two? You can walk on one leg, but you can walk a lot better and get a lot further with two legs. And so when I knew how to be spiritual, but I didn't know how to really manifest. And so I was robbed by gunpoint because I didn't go out and move. Practical is find another place. Practical is knowing I was going to have the money. Practical was knowing there was more than enough. I didn't do it. And so I want to tell you though, before that day was a beautiful day. I was coming back from the supermarket, the market that I buy it's called Berkeley Bowl, where I buy my produce from. And I want to tell you that there's a homeless man that sits outside in front of this Berkeley Bowl store occasionally. And I like him. He's a nice man. Every time he helps me with my groceries, and I give him $1 or $2. For the last few times I had seen him prior to this day that I got robbed, I had forgotten to get cash money when I went to the cashier, when I was in the supermarket. What I tell you is I never ever used to really carry cash. I would pay for everything with my debit card, so I never had cash in my pocket. So sometimes when I would come out the store and I would tell him when I got in, I'm gonna give him something, he would help me in my bag, I'd dig in my bag, they'd be like, oh no, I didn't get cash back, I'm sorry. He'd be like, okay, that's okay, maybe next time. So I hadn't seen him in a while. And this day, the sunny, beautiful day, it was raining a bit though, I saw him sitting out there. And I said, he said, could you help me out? I'll help you with your bags. I said, when I come out, brother, I'm making sure I get cash to help you. So I go inside and I go to the register, pay for my stuff, and almost the cashier says, do you want cash back? Yes, because I was going to walk out without the cash again. So I asked for $10. I told her to give me a $5 bill and 5 ones. She did. I came out, he helped me with the bags. I gave him $2. I had $8 left. Now, normally I would not have any money in my pocket because I don't need to have cash. I can use my debit card for everything. As I'm walking up to my porch to go in my house, a brother comes up to me, puts a gun to my womb, cocks that pistol, and tells me, give me your money. He said, I don't want your wallet, I don't want your credit cards, I want your money. If you don't, I will shoot you. And when he did that, that blew my mind. That put me in such a moment of graciousness, of presence, it was the most, I didn't see anybody else, I didn't hear noises, I was right there. And I raced into my wallet and pulled out the $8. The 5 was on top, the ones were wrapped inside. I pull out and I give him that money. I just want to tell you, because this is deep. He takes the money and he runs off, and I hear him before he actually gets from away from the house. He says, what? This is all you effing had? $8? And he turns back around and I run in the house. Y'all, if that wasn't for that homeless man that reminded me to get that money, what if he wasn't there that day? I wouldn't have got the money. What if I forgot and he said, okay, it was okay. I was able to give the robber, the stick-up kid, some money so that he could get off of me. Because what if I didn't have the money? This brother could have shot me, the brother could have pistol whipped me, the brother could have pushed me into my own house and violated me and my daughter, the brother could have robbed the whole house, it could have made me take my car, anything. But that money kept him away. So that was a year ago. Now me and my husband, we go to Berkeley Bowl. We've been going for the whole year since then. We never see the homeless guy because he's there in the morning. We usually go morning, afternoon. Yesterday we happened to go. I don't know if it was morning, it was afternoon, and the brother happened to be there. And he runs up to the car, he'd be like, hey sis, I really need money today, can I help you? What you got? He said, I need $16 to get something to eat. I'm getting some of the money, but I still need more. And I say, sure. I dig in my pocket, I got a $20 bill and a $10 bill. Let me tell you, the $10 that I had in my pocket, I had just gotten. When we paid for the groceries, I paid with my husband's credit card. I got cash back for $10. My husband said, oh, you got cash back? I said, yeah. I said, do you need the $10? He said, no, you got it, you must need it. I said, yeah, I must need it for something. The homeless man, we trying to look for $1. We trying to look for 4 quarters. We scraped up 4 quarters. And then I said, wait a sec, no, I got something for you. And I gave him the $10. And I turned to my husband and said, this brother saved my life. He said, I remember, Nubia, you right, he did save your life. Give up that money. And I gave him the $10. I was able to put my money where my mouth was. I was able to right a wrong. I was able to pay somebody back that saved my life, and he didn't know it, and he didn't even need to know it. I remember him looking and said, let me see your fingers. Oh, you married? He said to my husband, brother, you got a good one there. You a lucky man. He said, yes, I am. Thank you. And I gave him that $10. You don't never know in life who you're going to be able to bless because they bless you, and maybe you'll be lucky enough. Maybe you'll live long enough to bless the people that blessed you and they didn't even know it. What I learned about put your money where your mouth is be a blessing in somebody else's life, because they can be a blessing in yours and you never ever know. And when I learned that, it changed my mind, and it changed my mind for the better. And I will never be the same again. I feel proud and happy. I feel like I've come full circle, 360 degrees. I'm back where I was that day, but I'm back in a better place. I made it right, and I'm so thankful for making it right. So I want to thank you all so much. I want to thank you all so much. Hey, baby. I want to thank you all so much. It's a Monday inspirational upload, and I just wanted to come in and inspire you to keep going in the intensive. I wanted to inspire you to keep going in the, I'm sorry, I say the intensive, but what I really mean is this group, Wild Woman Who Runs with the Womb. I want to inspire you to keep saving, to keep clearing out your debts, to keep putting your money where your mouth is, to keep coming out of your comfort zone, to keep giving love and inspiration, and to keep growing. Change your name, change your circumstances, change your business, and continue to grow. Don't forget, we still have one more Friday, for you all, Wednesday instructional upload, as well as we have our next intensive, which is So You Want to Be an Entrepreneur. Very excited about that one. Also, for those that don't remember, we're going to be changing. Don't forget, my prices will go up starting October 1st from $37 a month to $47 a month, and then in January it goes up to $67. But September is still $37. I'm gonna get your so ready in that next intensive. You're gonna have more than enough to pay your tuition. I promise you that. I love you all with all my heart. This is Lisa Marie Goodson of the Blackberry Beauty Transformative Academy. Ancient African wisdom for the modern sister. Peace and blessings.